Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. In this video, we're going to look at a new Python package, Pandas Bokeh, which helps you make Pandas visualization using Bokeh interactive visualization library as the backend. So if you are familiar with that, basically Pandas has itself an inbuilt visualization function, which is the Pandas plot function. So by default, it actually uses Matplotlib plotting library to make the plot, but in this case it can help us use Bokeh visualization library. So first let's start with the basic visualization library. So I'm loading pandas and Seaborn, and I'm loading a toy data set which is diamonds, and then this is how diamonds look like. And let me make a scatter plot using caret as x and price as y. So you can see that by default it makes a Matplotlib visualization, and you can also see that I'm not taken this function from any visualization library. It directly comes from pandas, but in turn it makes a Matplotlib visualization, as you can see here. And the main pitch of Pandas Bokeh is that rather than making a static visualization, it can help you make a pandas it can make you a Bokeh interactive visualization that could look something like this, where you can hover over, you can zoom, you can pan, all those things. And if you follow our channel, a couple of weeks back we had posted a video where Plotly had come up with a recent update where you can also specify Plotly as pandas plotting backend rather than having Matplotlib. So in case if you have not checked that video, I would put it on the comment section, the description section. You can check that video. So for this particular video, Pandas Bokeh is the library that we are going to use. So first make sure that you have got Pandas Bokeh installed. Pip install Pandas Bokeh. In my case, I have already installed Pandas Bokeh. So in case if you are using Google Colab, and after you do pip install and when you try to load the library, if you face this error, import error, cannot import name literal, I can just tell you that you have to just restart your runtime and again just load the library. It would be perfect for you to use it. So once you load pandas_bokeh, there are two things that you have to do. The first thing is by default the pandas option for plotting.backend is Matplotlib. So in this case we are specifically telling pandas that I want Pandas Bokeh as a backend, so you have to mention that one thing. Let's run it. And then the next thing is in Pandas Bokeh there are two ways you can make visualization. One is you can display the interactive visualization as inline with a notebook, just like how your Matplotlib visualization is. The other way is you could be running a blog, or you want to take this HTML and put it inside a dashboard or something. So in that case you would want to output it to an output file as an HTML file. But for our current video, I want to just show it inside a notebook. So I'm going to use pandas bokeh.output.notebook. So that's what I'm going to run. So pandas bokeh.output.notebook. So now we are all set to make the visualization. So we can just simply take the exact same function and we can paste it here, and we can say instead of plot_bokeh, and then we just have to run it. So once you run it, if you're lucky, you will get the Pandas Bokeh visualization in the first shot. So we successfully got Bokeh visualization in the first shot. And let's say maybe you want to add category is equal to cut. So now you can see that this is very similar to hue in your Seaborn. So it colors the plot. So the main idea is, again, you can hover on it, you can zoom out, you can pan, you can do everything that you want. So that is the primary selling point of interactive visualization. And again, if you're going to publish a blog or something, this is quite handy. And the main good thing about this Pandas Bokeh visualization, this bridging, is that you don't have to necessarily get into Bokeh, understand Bokeh, or understand the syntaxes of that plotting library. You can simply directly call this plot_bokeh on your data frame, pandas data frame, and then you have this visualization set. So the other subtle thing is that there are two ways you can make this plot. One is you can simply call plot_bokeh and then say I want a scatter plot inside this argument kind. Or what you can do is, let's say you want to make a bar plot. Okay, so now you have got diamonds.head. For a size, we'll just take a smaller data set. So now you have got this, and let's say you want to make cut and price, or the appropriate would be cut and table. Okay, so now you can say plot_bokeh dot plot underscore bouquet dot bar, and x is equal to cut and y is equal to table. And when you make it, you can actually see a plot, so bar plot. So you can either do like this, kind is equal to bar, or you can do it in the first way we did, where you can say bouquet dot bar. So that is one thing that can also make it easier for you, rather than adding another argument. If you want to just keep on changing the plot type, so instead of bar, maybe you want line is a very bad plot for this, but then again, just for an example, that instead of bar you can have line. So this is again another handy thing that the developers made to make it available for us. And the documentation is quite comprehensive. You can check how you can make different kinds of plot, and like area, you just put area over here and then you get area here, and you want to add color category is equal to cut. So now you have different areas. So the main advantage is that the documentation is really comprehensive. You can make any type of plot. For example, you can make actually a line chart with a time series variable that also comes with range. Let me just look for range quickly. So you can make a plot that comes with the range tool, so you can actually hover on the time series to particularly zoom into a particular time series, and this is quite handy if you can do it directly on a pandas data frame. So that's a great thing. So the other great thing about this package is that it doesn't simply work only on pandas, but it can also work on GeoPandas for GIS graphical geospatial visualization, and it also can work on PySpark data frames. So if you're someone who regularly works with big data like Hadoop, Hive, Spark, or maybe you have a Databricks notebook, so PySpark is the connection that you would be ideally using to connect it with those big data system. And this library, Pandas Bouquet library, directly lets you make interactive visualization on top of a PySpark data frame, which is actually a very cool thing. So thanks to the developer Patrick Hlobel for making this package and then making it open source for us. I would encourage all of you to explore this package. It's quite handy, fast, and you can make really good visualization just simply on top of pandas data frame. And that's the main objective of this video. I hope this video was helpful, and like I mentioned before, in case if you have not seen our Plotly visualization library using Plotly as a pandas plotting backend, I would leave that in the description where you can check it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section. Take care.